Welcome to San Francisco. Welcome to ShowUs.tv. Welcome to Damon Bruce Plus. Welcome all around. Aaron, you look concerned.
Kashi has to start the action.
I think the show is showing. I think we're on just a scotch of a delay. You know, the founder of the channel should know exactly how it works, if you don't mind me saying. Anyways, welcome to Damon Bruce Plus. Welcome to ShowUs.tv. Again, a very cool thing I'm doing in conjunction with the Plus all week long here. I'm so excited to be partnered with ShowUs.tv, and it is easy for you to join the conversation. Check out the posts that I just put up on YouTube posts, community posts. Check out my Twitter handle, and you can get a ticket to get in line and join me right here on Media Row and join the conversation. We're going to have some fabulous guests throughout the week. As always happens on Radio Row, it's not even Radio Row anymore, it's Media Row, for goodness sakes. Who wants a radio station these days? Nobody. But I'll tell you, it is a cool week that we have set up for you. Some guests that we've got lined up. We've got an awful lot of room for some spontaneity to actually happen, which I think is always a crucial part of any live broadcast. And it's great to be with you. Here we are, February 2nd. It is day one of Super Bowl week here in San Francisco. And the only thing I can tell you is that I'm excited to be here. An awful lot of media people are excited to be here. How excited the NFL, though, is to be here is somewhat of a undercurrent of the topic, that the Bay Area Host Committee has not exactly made it an easy setup for the NFL and all involved. So as always, we're watching some people say, San Francisco, man, I don't know. But look, there's a lot of moving parts to this city, and it doesn't do a very good job uncomplicating things, that's for sure. But no complication to join this show. You can sign up right now. It is easy to do. And thanks so much for being here. Obviously, look, we're going to be shooting video. We're going to be walking around Radio Row and showing you the very best we can of what this whole operation looks like. It is, without a doubt, an impressive operation. It's definitely a smaller contingent of media than we've seen from previous Super Bowls. There's no doubt about that, which is either a squeezing of the media or a squeezing of budgets and stations' abilities to come out and travel. So I'm very happy that this is in my own backyard. It took nothing more than a ticket on a round trip ticket on BART for me to get down here. And it is fantastic to be here. Thank you so much for joining. And let me tell you, the big news over the weekend is that the San Francisco 49ers have made themselves a big hire. They have Raheem Morris, who is now the defensive coordinator of the 49ers. Now, this is a guy who's got a quarter century of NFL coaching experience. It's not a hire that I would in any way dislike, but my question is it a comfortable hire? Is it a comfortable hire for Kyle Shanahan and company instead of bringing in someone who might have been a little bit more challenging of in-house ideas and the way things happen around the 49ers? But if Raheem Morris brings a schematic difference, he is known for running an awful lot of 3-4. If that is a little bit of a schematic change that the 49ers make, I think it'll benefit them. The Niners need to start trying some new things. They just kicked Al Guido upstairs, who is now the CEO of the 49ers, which means maybe there is a fall-in position for a guy like John Lynch if he is, I don't want to say stripped of some GMing duties, but I think a new eyes on personnel is exactly what the 49ers need. But it's a very, very interesting time around San Francisco, around the 49ers. Jed York and company were upstairs for a big NFL activation that is going on right now. So, let's see who actually walks on by, stops on by throughout the week. Probably not going to be Jed York, but, we'll try. We'll put in a request for sure. It's great to be with you. I see so many regulars. Red Jet, great to see you. Thank you for being here. We got Scott in the Bay. We got RIP Cougar Rebel, an awful lot of the usual suspects. It is great to have you here. I can keep my eye on the chat a little bit. Can I bring anything up? No, I can't actually share it on the display of the video, but I see you out there. Absolutely, I do. And thanks so much for being out here. Again, We are brought to you, as always, by my man Ike of Ike Sandwiches. That guy has something delicious, and he's going to be bringing something delicious into the media center soon, I am sure. He has got the best sandwich shop growing in the world, and I'm telling you, hopefully there's one near you. If there isn't, oh my goodness, maybe it's time to move. But thanks so much to Ike's, and as you are getting ready to host your big game party, let me just tell you that he's got $49 to be saved on any Ike's catering. You put in an order of over $250 of Ike's catering, and using promo code SAVE49, you can find yourself on the way. Oh, come here. Just come on in. I mean, it's a live broadcast. This is my man right here.
Good to be back.
Daryl, the Guru Johnson is here. How are you, man?
Good to see you.
It is great to see you.
I got Seattle winning. Who you got?
Seattle big.
Okay, there it is.
Seattle
There
big.
it is. The
We'll get-
401k.
We'll do this. We'll do this. Let's do this
Anytime.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Do this tomorrow. All right. All right. So there you go. We just booked Daryl, the Guru Johnson, for tomorrow. It's as easy as that. That's how things happen here. It is good to see you. I tell you what, I know that there he is. There's my man right here. Let me tell you, when you get to run your own media company, you know you're officially making it. And I just want to make sure I got the titles right. Founder and CEO, Arash Markazi. How do I turn this up over here? We need Bach. We need Bach. Tell the engineer to not walk away during the show. That'd be a good idea. Maybe if I just push that button. Or check one. No, not that button. Maybe this button.
Here we go.
No, that's not it either. All right.
You know, this is live. This is great.
This is, you know what? They can't hear you over there. Let me, gotta love it. Anyways, you know what? I'll see you in just a second. I don't want to make you sit in there holding a microphone. Anyways, Arash Markazi is the founder and CEO of the Sporting Tribune. He is based in LA. He does an awful lot of Vegas. He's Mr. Vegas. Obviously, people are coming up to me and saying, are you about to cover the Raiders like never before with Fernando Mendoza, albeit, you know, guaranteed to be the number one pick of the NFL draft? And all I can tell you is that it's not going to be rooting for the Raiders as much as I'm going to be encouraging them to build an offensive line around Fernando Mendoza. We're going to be on the Raiders and their bad decisions like never before. I can promise you that. All right, here we go. I think we've officially got it.
We got it.
Do you have? I can't hear them at all in my headphones. Talk again.
Let's see if we got this. No.
Still can't hear them in my headphones.
Let's see if we can.
All right. There we go. It's a big tangle already. It's a little bit too early on a Monday to be this tangled, if you don't mind me saying. Here we go. Maybe we'll clip this one in. When in doubt, plug it in, unplug it, and plug it back in. When in doubt.
All right,
let's try this.
Yeah, to this.
Hey!
Here we go.
There it is.
Let's look at
There it is. Arash,
Look
good
at
to
us.
see you, man.
Good to see you.
First of all, I think it was it the New Orleans Super Bowl all those years ago where we met for the first time? Was that it?
Because you were nice enough to have me on the show, so I knew the voice, knew the name, knew the best sandwich in the planet.
Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, I don't think we had met each other until the Super Bowl row or something.
It was a while after, yeah. But
yeah.
Either way, man, it's great to see you. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here. San Francisco hosting another Super Bowl. I'm surprised they got another one after
I am
Super Bowl
surprised.
50
Here's the
because it's
thing.
so spread out.
It is way too spread out. Again, I say this as someone who loves Los Angeles. I'm from Los Angeles. I think we're too spread out. I think kind of Phoenix is spread out. New Orleans, top 5. I think Vegas will get one pretty soon. That's kind of like,
I think it should only be between Vegas and New Orleans. Like,
I agree.
every other year, just
I
go back
agree.
and forth.
it's just the footprint. Like you don't even, you do not need a car. Like you could have like an Uber or Lyft, but like your hotel's there, the media center's there, the stadium's right there. I mean, Damon, the fact that we're all trying to figure out, I mean, again, the legal provide transportation. San Jose Convention Centers, the media center, the team, the games in Santa Clara, as you well know. We're in San Francisco. Again, if you're not from here, I'm assuming the majority of your fans are from here. It is spread out. This is the most spread out Super Bowl I think I have ever seen.
I can't believe that they didn't book out Chase Center for NFL
100%.
Media Night, and that's going to be happening tonight down in San Jose. And because it's happening in San Jose, there's absolutely no way I'm going down there.
No.
I'm not doing it.
No.
I'm absolutely not doing it. It feels like just Radio Row has gotten smaller. This is the smallest Radio Row I've seen in a while, and maybe that's because they're still using the word radio, which is dead.
That's so funny, yeah. You know, I think the majority, and again, you are saying that, you're 100% right. If you look at the outlets, I would say for sure less than 50% are terrestrial radio stations. Mostly websites we've never heard of, by the way, but yeah, I mean, this is one of the smaller footprints, and I don't know if it's because of this current state of radio. I don't know whether folks like to do their own thing. I love Radio Row, though. It's a great place to catch up with folks, right? So
you get to bump into a lot of people that you only see once every Super Bowl, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I know that, San Francisco is coming out of the Warriors dynasty. The 49ers did a hell of a job remaining competitive with all the injury issues this year, and I'll give them that. But they come up short in Seattle, and that sort of ends things in sports here for a while. Now, we got the Sharks that are kind of coming on. We've got, a Giants season that is going to be nothing like the Dodgers. And I know that this has become a huge topic for you based in out of L.A. The L.A. sports scene is probably booming in a way that you couldn't even predicted 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, I think a lot of it, like a lot of these teams get competitive with one another. So we're lucky that like the Rams really realize for us to even make any footprint. And again, as you know, those games when the Rams play the 49ers at SoFi Stadium, it is a pro 49ers crowd. What I tell people is we can't not have a team for 21 years and us be a rabid pro football town. So the Rams have not made much of a dent. The Chargers even less so, Damon. But they are competitive, right? The Dodgers, thank God there's no salary cap. I do believe we're going to get a lockout because of what the Dodgers are doing, right? But listen, if they can win 3 in a row, the only thing that I tell people, and no one likes hearing this, these postseasons have been pretty exciting. Like, yes, they have the highest payroll in baseball. Yes, it's not fair. We do need a floor and a ceiling and all that stuff. That doesn't mean don't watch. This World Series this past year was amazing.
Oh, look,
right?
if this close at home plate,
100%.
if that ball isn't jammed under the wall, and one of the is that a ground rule double or not moments in baseball history. So, yeah, it is still a sport that doesn't just lend itself to being bullied. Yeah, like teams used to be able to bully teams around in football. It's like the postseason is a little bit like NIL. It's an evening playing field. It really is. I'm pretty pro NIL era with my Hoosiers rising up from the dead.
So I was in Miami, and I was thinking about you because I know you had followed that journey. And again, it is the best story, not just college football, like the best sports story I've ever seen.
It's incredible.
You went there, so like I can't even imagine what that must be like to see your team. Who, I mean, when you say like if you were to script it, you're like, don't make them like the losingest team of all time. Just make them a bad team. No, the losingest team in college football history. And Damon just dominated the field.
Disney would have not bought it. They would have said it's too implausible. Yeah, make it a little bit more realistic for a sports story. So it was something else. It was incredible. And I think my favorite thing about this is, I would have honestly thought that I would have had to spend an awful lot of time selling people on how unbelievable this was. It seems like everyone got it. Yeah. Everyone got it. People who had no rooting interest at all leaned in because they understood this is just not supposed to happen.
Can I also say like the alumni did such a great job? Because again, me being in Pasadena, you could, if you didn't have a dog in the fight, like you rooted for Indiana. They were so appreciative to be there. They don't know if this is going to be the start of things to come. So like the way that they showed up to the Rose Parade, they showed up to the Rose Bowl. They're like, we're just happy to be here. And for them to blow out Alabama the way they did,
and it was what a rainy Rose Bowl parade you had too, and the weather got better though. What's also amazing, it's the rare time where the undefeated number 1 team in the country still has a role of underdog about 100%. Them. So, history and the present, we're on our side. I'll tell you, the future's looking pretty damn good too. Portal Combat, Signetti is absolutely winning it. But most of the people watching right now know that, they've heard me dance on this Indiana title for over a couple weeks now.
And on social media, it's been really fun to watch.
Let's talk in a little bit about this game that's coming up. I think Seattle is about to win a Super Bowl at Levi's Stadium.
I agree.
I think that they are just balanced. I think that New England's really good, but they have not been a good offense in the postseason, running up against bad weather and good defenses. I think they're going to get good weather, but maybe the best defense that they've seen. With all due respect to the Houston Texans, who I knew, were pretty much undone by C.J. Stroud behind an offensive line that decided to not show up in New England that day.
Yeah.
I think this is Seattle. I think they're balanced on the ground, and I think that everyone's talking about Sam Darnold. Jackson Smith and Jigba is 100%. The guy who should be getting talked about going into the Super Bowl.
So I was at the last 2 Rams-Seahawks games. So I went up there for that crazy game in the regular season, then I was there for the playoffs. And in both times, I came away saying this is the most complete team in the league. Defense, offense, special teams as well. And Sam Darnold, having covered him from high school, college at USC, again, I always thought he'd be a better pro. But the guys in the locker room really do love the guy. And again, when he was a backup with San Francisco,
that was the story here. They loved him. They loved his personality.
And so it didn't work out with the Vikings. And again, I keep thinking things would have played out differently if they would have beaten the Rams in the playoffs or something. But the way that they've embraced him in Seattle, again, that game against the Rams, Sam played a huge role winning that game. He wasn't a game manager. The reason Seattle wins this game big, and I think we're on the same page here, is that they're a complete team. And I do not think, not that I don't think, I know that Drake May, as good as he's been, has not seen a defense like Seattle's, plus an offense that Seattle has, plus the special teams. You go to that Houston game, I mean, they're not doing anything. They can't score, and C.J. Stroud's giving up the ball. So I really think that Seattle not only wins, they covered.
Yeah, when I say big, I mean they cover. I mean,
they get covered.
Big in the NFL is like, oh, you won by 13 points.
Exactly.
It's not, it's not going to be 55-0.
I agree.
But I think Seattle wins this game handedly. I'm looking at the Rams and that Sean McVay coaching tree, which is another branch now growing off of it. We got the LaFleur brothers and the Harbaugh brothers in the NFL, 2 sets of brothers coaching in the league. Raheem Morris, who, of course, cut his Super Bowl teeth as a defensive coordinator with the Rams, just been hired by the 49ers. Yeah. Did you have much access to Raheem? Do you know much about him and his story, and what do you think about that hire?
With the Rams, we all thought if Chris Shula left, and then when Raheem got let go, that he'd come back. Again, he's very tight with Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. They go back to their time together in Washington. Raheem Morris is a fantastic hire. I was amazed the number of people on Rams Twitter, like X, that were like, oh man, very good defensive coordinator. And so I think San Francisco got the guy that, again, I really thought Chris Shula prior to the postseason was going to get a head coaching job. It didn't happen for him. Probably going to get it next year. But the assistant coach that I think we're all very excited about in Los Angeles, that a lot about, is Mike McDaniel coming to the Chargers. I think everyone's very excited about that in Los Angeles.
Without a doubt. It'll be interesting to see how quickly he morphs from Miami cocaine dealer back into like trendy dressing Los Angelino.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's an awful lot of talk about how Kyle Shanahan, just has yet to win the big one. He's come close. Yes. He's been in the game twice. McVay doesn't have that cloud hanging over him because they won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they go to an NFC title game. They lose on the road, and it's not a questioning of how does it happen. As a matter of fact, I think everyone was pretty much in agreement that this was an incredible season for McVay and the job that he did. What is it about him that got him over the hump? Somebody once made the comparison that Kyle Shanahan is great in the playbook. Sean McVay is great with the players.
Players love him. The media loves him. He's that coach that knows everyone's name. Again, it's been talked about before, the memory he has of every play and everything, but he's that way with the media. But the 2 times that I've seen him, that loss in the regular season of the Seattle was the most flustered I'd ever seen him post game. Again, you had the whole Puka Nacua situation happening, tough loss. But his assistants, I mean,
what was that whole Nacua thing? I know,
by the way, the kid has never done anything wrong. He had the worst week of his life. Goes on this live stream that's very popular. I'm sorry, I'm not young enough to really know it. Says things that he shouldn't, and then Damon, literally after the game, goes to his Twitter. He's not that guy. For a week, he lost his mind.
Yeah.
Now things are kind
of his brother stole a car or something. It was a rough week for the Nacuas.
Yeah, it was a wild week. And prior to that week, and even since that crazy week, the nicest guy, Damon. Like one of like the nicest guys you'd ever want to cover. Even post game in Seattle, stood in front of his locker, talked to the media. I guess that happens to people. But Sean McVay is, again, we all love covering him. But again, you talk about that tree. I think anyone wants my favorite Sean McVay is, I think Cliff Kingsbury like had a cup of coffee with them. Like I think he didn't have an official role. And when the Cardinals hired him, at one point in that press release, it said Kingsbury, who's a friend of Sean McVay.
Yeah,
it said something like that.
It was one point. I think it was like, if you do want an NFL head coaching gig, you have at least had to have shook Sean McVay's hand at one point in time. Tell me about your setup this week. Where are you staying in town? We taking care of you? Where you got dinner plans? What are you doing?
San Francisco, Union Square, like you said, it's all like spread out. So trying to figure out what to do. I've not been in San Francisco proper because anytime I go to a 49ers game, right, I'm in San Jose.
Yeah.
So excited to be back in San Francisco. I think we'll have a setup close to you. We have one of those shared setups. So again, but this is great for schmoozing, great for talking to folks. Happy the game's in California, but you're right. This is one of those cities, as much as I do love San Francisco, I don't know why they spread it out like this yet. If they had media day at a Chase Center, it would have been great. But yeah, just happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you here. And when I think of all the people that I've known in this industry, you're definitely one of the good guys.
I appreciate it.
Tell everyone what the Sporting Tribune is all about. I mean, you've really carved out your own niche, and in a world where you can be a disruptor in the media, you've done so.
Yeah, I mean, so the Sporting Tribune covers sports in Southern California, Las Vegas, Hawaii. It's the regional footprint. Again, when back in the day, you want to talk about like legacy media dying. I mean, the reason that we picked out that footprint, Fox Sports West back in the day, Spectrum Sportsnet, like those were the channels. But
it's amazing what's happening with RSNs, isn't it?
I mean, people are trying to find a way to like watch their teams play. Like this is mid-season where like the Kings, the Angels, a few other teams like may not have a home. The Clippers. So with legacy media dying, and again, I know we've talked about this, like, how can we cover, like, sports have never been more popular. The media model, terrestrial radio, regional sports networks, those are going by the wayside. Let's figure out a way to make it happen. So we've had a lot of success doing this on the web, talking to partners as well. So it's been a lot of fun. And again, it is such a great time to cover sports. I'm glad we don't have to adhere to any of the old rules before.
Where do people like and subscribe? How do people sign up for you?
thesportingtribune.com, at Sporting Trib on social, and we'll be here all week.
Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming on by.
Thank you so much.
What a great guy. It's great to see Arash Markazi. Again, he's been a longtime guest on the radio show back in the day, and he's one of the first people I was able to see him bump into down here, and I said, come on out. Because, again, he is trying new things out, as are we here on showus.tv. We got look at what an international guest or setup this really is. Our producer is in England right now. Kashi, thank you so very much. We got the great Andrew Bach, who whatever you just did to turn up his microphone in the middle of that worked. That got better for sure. And thank you very much again to Aaron Glatzer. Where's Marshall, by the way? Where's Steve Marshall? He's already drinking, prepping. Good. Then that means he's in the right spot, and we should probably go join him soon enough. We really should. But again, it's funny. You come to a Super Bowl, you come to Radio Row, and you meet people that years down the road you end up working with. And that's how I met Aaron at the first Super Bowl that I ever covered down in New Orleans. We all got hammered and were eating burgers at the end of Bourbon Street one night, and that's how we all really got to know each other. And look at us. We're all here now doing this, and we're going to make it up as we go along. And we thank you all so much for being here and being a part of it. Again, we've got the big story today is that Raheem Morris is now the defensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers. You're not going to hear it from really anywhere else. But you're not going to hear it from anywhere else. But the Super Bowl Bay Area host committee, the NFL, is not too happy with the way things have started here on a Monday. Now, there's always a lot of complaints on a Monday. There's a million moving parts on a Monday, and I'm sure things will settle down. But it sounds like there is an awful lot of weren't ready for the kaboom that goes off on Monday morning at the Super Bowl from this Bay Area host committee. And I don't know if anyone else has told or talked about that. I've had a very good source tell me that the NFL is not particularly happy with the setup that it's seeing right now. Again, how does that change throughout the week? We will find out. San Francisco got Super Bowl 50. San Francisco has Super Bowl 60 this weekend. Let's see if they get another Super Bowl before Super Bowl 70 comes around. Again, I honestly think it should be between New Orleans and Las Vegas, and that should be it. That should be it. I'm hearing Tony say testing 1, 2, 3. Tony, are you with me?
In spirit, not on campus yet.
With us in spirit. I hear you in my ear, Tony. Again, you want to talk about the people that I met on Bourbon Street and got drunk and had cheeseburgers with. Tony is so it started as that, and then we got to know each other at Bleacher Report in San Francisco for a minute there, and he was supposed to be the Steven Spielberg of Bleacher Report for a minute there. We were filming stuff together. We were crashing Union Square without permits. We were commando filming things.
We did all
got yelled at a couple times. No one cared.
Nope. Had our stint at O.co before it turned into O.no.
That's right. O.co. Here's the thing. So if you're renaming a company, if you're renaming a stadium, if you're renaming a sandwich, like, don't choose the dumbest name in the world. Even if someone's like, well, that's the name of the company. We're going, no, you got to do better than that. I remember when Candlestick tried the 3.com park, whatever they spent on that naming rights, they got nothing out of that. Zero out of it. No one called it. You going to 3.com park? No one said that. Not once. No one ever said you going to Monster Park. Monster Cable, I think, bought the naming rights to Candlestick for a minute there. It didn't work out. No one called it anything other than Candlestick.
Center. It'll always be Staples Center. I don't know what it is now. It's not Staples.
Right. No, it was crypto.com something.
Yeah, Crypto Arena or something. I mean, I think I know what it is, but it's always Staples Center, and it's always the Great Western Forum.
It will forever be. You're not changing these names. You're not changing people's habits. That's for sure. But look, when it comes to watching Damon Bruce Plus this week, we're going to ask you to change your habits. If you really want to reach out and connect with the show, again, I will be posting on Twitter, on community posts, on YouTube, how to sign up and buy tickets to join the show. You can be like Tony is right now. You can be the face in this window right here next to me, and we can have ourselves a conversation. I know that we're working on, I believe, Matt Miller for tomorrow. Is he? How about Robert Gallery is confirmed? We're going to be talking some old Raider war stories. I'm getting a call right now from JT the Brick, so that means we will be seeing each other soon. JT, I'm just going to tell you, you're on speakerphone right now, and I'm in the middle of a show. I'm going to call you back, okay? There he goes. He gets it.
He had no choice but to approve that.
He had no choice to approve. I wasn't putting the phone up to an ear. But look, there's an awful lot of moving parts here on a Monday. We're going to make sure an awful lot of those moving parts move on in and hang out with us this week. There is very little in the name of tradition when it comes to the Damon Bruce Show. But what we do is we always wrap up with what we like to call Today in History, where we look at all the things that happen. And Tony, if you're joining me, we start with our happy birthdays. Happy birthday to Dwayne Chapman, who you know as Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dog the Bounty Hunter, 78 years old. And then two very beautiful women celebrating birthdays today. The argument, the gauntlet of maybe the most beautiful life ever lived, from teenage model to today at 71 years old, Christy Brinkley. Christy Brinkley, 71 years old today. If she walked in this room, she'd be the hottest chick in this room. And there are an awful lot of pretty girls walking around here now that there's more on-camera media than ever before on Media Row. Look at it this way. If we had Christy Brinkley, we wouldn't have Tony picture in picture. That's for sure.
No, nobody wants to see me. And even at her age, that's a huge win over what you're getting right now. So Shakira, 48 years old today. So shake it if you got it, Shakira. We know you are somewhere shaking it well. We can look as good as them at their age. I mean, I think Shakira's, like you said, just 48. Looks amazing. Christy Brinkley, not in her 70s. Kashi, I lost Damon. Bye.